Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has set the cat among pigeons when he invited Bollywood to set shop in Greater Noida at Jewar. He said 1,000 acres of land is being set aside for a grand film industry. A 21st century film industry is what Uttar Pradesh administration tells India today. Now this will have modern studios, film editing facilities, graphics facilities, 5-star hotels, the works, which he says is not there in Maharashtra. Not just that, Mohsin Raza is a minister in the Uttar Pradesh government, and he says in Uttar Pradesh there'll be a safe environment and a level playing field, and this has angered the Shiv Sena and the NCP. Our Maharashtra bureau brings you this report.
The Shiv Sena is up in arms over UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's mega plan to set up a film city over 1,000 acres in Greater Noida, barely 6 kilometers from the proposed Jewar International Airport. Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut came out all guns blazing, targeting the UP government.
मुंबई की फिल्म सिटी यहाँ से कोई लेके जाने की बात करती है तो मजाक है, इतना आसान नहीं होता। बहुत पुराना इतिहास है, हम सबका खून पसीना बहा है उसमें।
Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray too waded into the controversy, saying no one from Bollywood would leave magnetic Maharashtra.
लेकिन उनको पता नहीं कि अपना मैग्नेटिक जो एक ताकत है वो इतना जबरदस्त है कि अपने यहाँ से वहां उनके यहाँ कोई जाना तो दूर ही, लेकिन ऐसे नहीं हो जाए कि उनके यहाँ से हमारे यहाँ कोई लोग आ जाए।
Several Bollywood stars, including Akshay Kumar, Kailash Kher and several top producers met Yogi Adityanath in Mumbai. The UP Chief Minister responded to the Maharashtra Chief Minister, insisting nothing was being taken away from Maharashtra, but a new addition was being made.
हम किसी चीज को लेने कहाँ आए भाई, हम लोग तो नया बना रहे हैं, इसमें आप इतने चिंतित क्यों हो रहे हैं? हम लोग तो नई चीज दे रहे हैं लोगों को और वर्ल्ड क्लास का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर दे रहे हैं।
Yogi Adityanath also clarified that the new film city would provide a level playing field to all players. UP Minister Mohsin Raza hit out at the environment of fear in Maharashtra and the alleged role of the underworld mafia.
महाराष्ट्र की सरकार, उनके मुखिया उद्धव ठाकरे जी, संजय राउत जी जो उनके प्रवक्ता हैं, पूरे के पूरे लोग घबरा गए हैं। उनकी घबराहट स्वाभाविक है कि जिस तरह से वो कह रहे हैं कि हमारे यहाँ मैग्नेटिक पावर है, तो मैग्नेटिक पावर तो आदरणीय योगी जी का देखने को मिल गया ना उनको। अंडरवर्ल्ड के दबाव में आकर महाराष्ट्र सरकार काम कर रही है और वहां के फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के लोगों पर, निर्माता निर्देशक हो, एक्टर्स एक्ट्रेसेस हो, उन पर दबाव बनाने का प्रयास है कहीं ना कहीं।
As the Maharashtra government points out the state of the Noida film city, the UP government insists world-class film studios will be set up at Greater Noida.
UP CM Yogi Adityanath made it clear that he is in Mumbai on his mission investment, not to snatch anything but to give something new. But Yogi Adityanath's grand plans for Bollywood turned out to be a damn squib, as the meeting wasn't attended by big names. Apart from Subhash Ghai, Boney Kapoor and Manmohan Shetty, no big names were present for the meeting. With camera person Rajvin Amdar, Kamlesh Sutar in Mumbai for India Today.
A lot of other reactions also coming in from Bollywood. Political reactions. Before I bring in our guests on the broadcast, we have Clyde Castro of the NCP, Shoaib Chaudhary is a film producer, Sanju Verma represents the BJP on the broadcast. But before I bring in our guests, let's listen into other reactions that are coming in.
कोई छीन नहीं रहा और मुंबई से फिल्म सिटी कहीं जाने वाली नहीं है। मुंबई फिल्म सिटी का एक अलग महत्व है, लेकिन ये है कि हर राज्य को अपना ये हक है कि वो अपना डेवलपमेंट करे, वहाँ के लोगों को रोजगार दे। इसी सिलसिले में योगी आदित्यनाथ जी जगह जगह अलग अलग शहर घूम रहे हैं और सारी संभावनाएं देख रहे हैं, पॉसिबिलिटीज देख रहे हैं जहाँ की एम्प्लॉयमेंट निकल सकता है। तो योगी जी का तो फिल्मों से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, वो ना वो फिल्म देखते हैं ना उनको फिल्मों का मालूम है। लेकिन जब उनको बताया गया कि इसके जरिए नौजवानों को बहुत रोजगार मिलेगा, तो उनको अपना टैलेंट दिखाने का मौका मिलेगा, तो वो इसके साथ जुड़ गया।
जो 100 साल से इस शहर को बॉलीवुड का दर्जा है वो खत्म हो जाएगा, लोग पूरी तरह से अन्य राज्यों में चले जाएंगे। इससे पहले आंध्र प्रदेश में भी फिल्म सिटी बनी, अलग अलग राज्यों ने प्रयास किया, उनका अधिकार है करें, लेकिन बॉलीवुड का दर्जा जो है वो बना रहेगा, उसे कोई खत्म नहीं कर सकता।
संजय राउत जी, आप बहुत ही सीनियर कद्दावर नेता हैं और हमेशा आपसे उम्मीद रहती है कि आप बहुत ही मैच्योर बातें करेंगे और आप बहुत गहरी बातों को सोच के, जहाँ पर पूज्य योगी महाराज की बात है, उनको पूरा देश मानता है कि उनकी डिसीजन मेकिंग में, उनकी सोच में और उनकी ऑनेस्टी में, और वो जो बोलते हैं वो करते हैं। आपको गर्व होना चाहिए कि वो भारत में बन रहा है, हम लोग पाकिस्तान में नहीं बना रहे हैं राउत साहब, तो आपको तो साथ देना चाहिए। हम लोग सब भारतीय लोग हैं, हम लोग को गर्व करना चाहिए।
कई लोग मुंबई ने ही बड़े बनाए हैं, या उनकी लाइफ बनाने का काम मुंबई ने किया है। तो इतना, यानी एक है कि मुंबई में सब कुछ है जो यूपी में नहीं हो सकता है। वो चाहे कुछ भी कहे, लेकिन वो लोगों की इच्छा चाहिए कि उधर जाना चाहिए। यहाँ पर लॉ एंड ऑर्डर ठीक है, यहाँ पर काम का माहौल ठीक है, यहाँ पर उनकी बहुत अच्छी तरक्की हो सकती है। तो मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ से जाने का कोई कारण ही नहीं है।
If India has to become a $5 trillion economy, Maharashtra has to do well, Uttar Pradesh has to do well, other states have to do well. So competition is good, but why acrimony? And let me put that question to Clyde Crasto. Clyde Crasto, you heard the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister. He says, हम यहाँ से कुछ लेने नहीं आए हैं. We are setting up an alternative infrastructure. Why then such a flustered, as some would argue, reaction from Sanjay Raut or even the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray?
Well, nobody's flustered here, Gaurav. Let me make it very clear. No one's flustered. The point is, what we've been hearing from Yogi ji is that, they've been only talking about the Bollywood film industry, that the Mumbai film industry. The fact of the matter is, they go on to claim that they're going to have a world-class infrastructure, world-class film studios. I mean, the state-of-the-art equipment, everything they keep claiming about. Then why just talk about Bollywood? Why don't they go and invite people from the Gujarat film industry? They are doing extremely well. Why don't they talk to people in Hyderabad, the film industry there, or for that matter in Chennai? They should do it pan-India. And even let's take it a little more closer to what's to their heart. Why don't they invite people from the Bhojpuri film industry? They have 2 MPs from their party who are superstars in the Bhojpuri film industry. So my point here is that why just here? They can make it pan-India, call everybody. They have everything that they've got, they can provide, then call everybody and take it together.
Why in your appreciation just Maharashtra? Why in your appreciation just Bollywood, just the Mumbai film industry?
No, he's here and he's talking about only...
Why then is the focus only on the Mumbai film industry?
That's what, he's here in Mumbai and he's talking only about Mumbai. I don't see him or hear him talking about the Gujarat film industry or going to South film industry of that matter. He doesn't talk about anybody else. Thing is, let me tell you one more thing. What stems out why we are talking about all this is, some time ago, people, from Gujarat came here, chief ministers from Gujarat came here, and very blatantly they spoke into the traders union and told them that, why don't you bring your industry to Gujarat? We will give you better facilities. Bring your companies to Gujarat. And all this, when it was their government in Maharashtra. So the point here is, slowly and steadily you come into the city, come into Maharashtra, take things away from Maharashtra and take it to BJP ruled states. Why do they do that? So the point here is, if you want Bollywood to come or whatever, welcome. We are very happy.
Sanju Verma, you want to respond to that?
Let me finish. We are very happy, but then take it across to everybody.
This is BJP ruled states targeting the Agadi ruled state, trying to bring it down is what Mr. Crasto says.
Gaurav, I just want to say one thing, that we are living in a time when there are free markets. As you rightly pointed out in your introductory statement, competition is always welcome. Competition leads to greater profits. Competition leads to higher productivity. And why is this being seen as a Uttar Pradesh versus a Maharashtra exercise? All that Yogi Adityanath is saying is, we will develop a film city in Noida along the Yamuna Expressway in Sector 1 in Gautam Budh Nagar, at barely 6 kilometers away from the proposed Jewar International Airport, which is 1 hour drive from Delhi. We will provide world-class pre-production and post-production infrastructure, latest digital technology, VFX processing labs. So, why can't you have a world-class film city in Noida, in Hyderabad, in West Bengal, in Punjab, just like you have one in Maharashtra? It is not Maharashtra's prerogative to ensure that no other state can develop a film city. And it is Yogi Adityanath's prerogative to come here court filmmakers, court producers, invite for investments. You know, it is just like inviting investment for any other industrial setup that you want to have to promote employment, promote growth,
you must
promote
respond
GDP,
to that, Mr.
and
Castro.
yes,
I want to
Uttar
bring in
Pradesh
Shoaib
has a GDP
Chaudhary.
target of $1 trillion by 2025. And if we are going to have a film city in Noida, so let it be that way.
So
Why
Shoaib Chaudhary, Bollywood should actually be very happy. Okay, Bollywood should actually be very happy. They're getting more another avenue to grow, another avenue to showcase their talent. Why then this UP versus Maharashtra in your appreciation?
Exactly. I guess. Well, I mean, this UP versus Maharashtra can continue to happen between two political parties that as I've been seeing since this morning on television screens. But I, as a filmmaker, I am extremely happy, and belonging from Uttar Pradesh, I'm extremely happy that something as an extension of Bollywood studio is coming up in Uttar Pradesh. I don't see it as an entirely fresh, new film industry which will come up. It will just be an extension of Bollywood studios, where a basic infrastructure will be provided to us to go and shoot. But what the UP government need to realize, what UP government need to realize is that for cinema, theatre or any other art form, it needs a lot of it needs a very culturally conducive environment of safety, and environment of freedom of speech, where different vibrant cultures, viewpoints are accepted by the people living there and the governments of the day. And that's exactly the reason why the film and other art forms have survived
Verma, before I bring in Clyde Castro, you want to
which I don't see happening in Mumbai.
That's a point that has also been
One
made.
more point,
that
and
point has also been made. That point has also been made by Akhilesh Yadav. Fair enough, sir. Yes, that point was also made by former Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Akhilesh Yadav, who said that the BJP would impose restrictions on what to wear, on what to say, on how to behave. Certain restrictions will be put on the film industry. Sanju Verma, quickly.
Exactly, but at the same time, when two
Gaurav,
people are not
I
allowed
just want
to
to
fall
say
in love and,
that Uttar,
without any government actions on it.
Can I please speak? You know, you had your say. Gaurav, this is not fair.
Sir,
Fine, you continue. I will speak if you keep quiet, sir. Thank you.
Go on, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. Gaurav, the fact of the matter is Uttar Pradesh today is an 18 lakh crore economy amongst the top 5 economies in India. The fact of the matter is that 2 years back, Yogi Adityanath secured investments worth 4.28 lakh crore as part of his Global Investor Summit. As you and me speak currently,
that is all
just
only
6
on
days
paper.
back,
That
Nitin Gadkari laid the foundation stone for plethora of infrastructure projects. Let me tell you, please keep quiet. Let me tell you what the chief economist at CARE Ratings has to say. He says the conversion rate of MOUs into actual projects. Can you please shut up? Can you please shut up? I did not interrupt when you were talking.
You shut the hell up and stop.
When you were talking.
Stop giving fake figures to the country.
Please giving fake figures. Let's please remain civil. Okay, let's please remain civil. No, we cannot have that language. We cannot have that language on the broadcast. My apologies to both our guests. We cannot have this kind of language.
Why is he speaking on top of me?
Ma'am, one by one.
You
so allow me to moderate. That's exactly what I told the gentleman. That's exactly what I told him.
So
sir, you will wait till I come to you, sir. Please let her finish her point. I will come to you.
Please, and when you talk.
Go on, ma'am. 30 seconds before.
Okay,
yes.
Go ahead.
Sir, I will come to you.
Gaurav, the fact of the matter is Uttar Pradesh is amongst the top 5 economies in India. Yogi Adityanath has had a fantastic track record. He secured investments worth 4.28 lakh crore 2 years back in the Global Investor Summit. And, you know, Madan Sabnavis, the chief economist at CARE Ratings, who's very well reputed, he says Uttar Pradesh has a better track record than even Maharashtra and many other states in converting MOUs into actual projects. So it's not that he secured 4.3 lakh crore of investments. More than 10% of those are actually projects which are at various stages of
Castro,
implementation. So the fact is, if Uttar Pradesh has to grow into a $1 trillion economy by 2025, Yogi Adityanath has to invite investments, and Noida Film City is just one of those investments. Why the halablu by Sanjay Raut? Sanjay Raut is the same guy who
that
said
Noida Film City point I'll come to in about 30 seconds.
Sanjay Raut had said Ek Bihar, 100 Bihar.
Okay, but let me come to Clyde Castro. Ma'am, you've made your point. Clyde Castro, ma'am, one by one. Ma'am, let me go to my other guest, please, now. Okay. Clyde Castro, Mohsin Raza makes the point that it's a safe environment that Uttar Pradesh will provide. That safe environment that UP will provide, that is not being provided in Maharashtra. One point on safe environment. The second point that Yogi Adityanath makes, Clyde Castro, is a level playing field. Perhaps the implication is outsiders do not get a level playing field in Maharashtra. Case in point being perhaps the Sushant Singh Rajput case, sir.
Gaurav, the thing is, talking about which state is safer, I don't want to get into and, digress this whole debate on a different tangent altogether, because if we start talking about which state is safe and all, we all know what is happening. So let's not get there, because right now I don't think it's required on this debate. The point is very simple I like to make to you here is that if just a little while ago, the BJP spokesperson, read out huge number of accolades and appreciations for the state of the art and whatever kind of film, industry or film studio that's going to be made up in UP. Fair enough. We are very happy. Let it come up. We will be more than happy, and it'll give an opportunity to a lot of people. But the point here is, why only come and talk to Bollywood? Why only come and talk to the film stars in Mumbai? Go across the country. Talk to everybody. Why are you giving stepmotherly treatment to the other states or other film industries in the country?
Why not talk to Bollywood?
Listen, Gaurav, I'm not going to talk. Gaurav, I'm not going to talk.
Yogi Adityanath has the prerogative to decide when to go, where to go.
No, one by one.
Keep maintaining this debate. Others, I won't speak. I won't speak.
It is Yogi Adityanath.
The moment he finishes talking,
let him go when he wants to. Let him go where he wants to.
Okay.
Let him talk to people he wants to.
Okay.
Will you tell Yogi Adityanath what he should do?
Mr. Castro, is there an apprehension?
Certainly not. Certainly
is there an apprehension? Okay, ma'am, let me come to you. I'll come to you, but let me take this question to Mr. Castro. Mr. Castro, is there an apprehension that if Uttar Pradesh is able to provide an environment, the revenue that comes to Maharashtra from Bollywood may get divided and Uttar Pradesh may take a fair chunk? Is that the apprehension which prompts Sanjay Raut and Uddhav Thackeray and Nawab Malik to make the kind of comments that they did, sir?
You have to understand, there is no apprehension. Bollywood has a 100-year-old history. It's not so easy to take it away. It's their thought process. It's the conniving nature and the way they're doing things slowly and steadily is to gnaw on everything and take things away from you. I started from telling you how the industries are slowly taken out, the companies slowly taken out. Now they want Bollywood. This is their pattern. They're following that pattern and slowly and steadily, getting into the.
But shouldn't the industry go where they have a better environment? Where they have more opportunity to grow, where they have more opportunity to flourish. And Mr. Shoaib Chaudhary, if I may, several people in Bollywood have indicated that there may be a cartel. There may be a cartel in Bollywood that only permits certain people to flourish and certain talent is not given an opportunity to flourish. Perhaps that talent may just flourish in Uttar Pradesh or other places where a film industry would come. Okay, sir, quick 30 seconds before I bring in Mr. Chaudhary. Go on, sir. Exactly. Mr. Castro.
Yes, it has been proved many a times in the past six months that there's no cartel There's no cartel which survives in Bollywood.
So one by one, Mr. Castro wanted to make a quick 30-seconder.
Yeah, see, Gaurav, my point is very simple.
Okay, when you talk about even 30 seconds before I go to Mr. Chaudhary.
Yeah, when you talk about even playing field and equal opportunity for everybody, then I don't hear or I don't see Mr. Yogi Adityanath making the same move towards the other film industries. He's only concentrating on the Mumbai film industry, the Bollywood. So why is he not concentrating on the other film industry? So
fair enough, sir. You made that point. Okay, Mr. Chaudhary, you wanted to respond to that point that certain talent is not allowed to flourish in Maharashtra. There are allegations that there's a cartel which doesn't let everyone flourish. Mr. Chaudhary, yes, ma'am, I'm coming to you after Mr. Chaudhary.
See, the point is, ma'am, the bigger point is that has been
proven to
there's not
a level playing field for all talent.
Debating on television. What Mr. Yogi An extension of Bollywood, of film industry in UP is very, very welcome if a conducive environment is created for all art forms to survive there. But I doubt it, because in a state where two people are not allowed to fall in love and get married without government permissions, it will only end up being a joke and a waste of humongous real estate value in Uttar Pradesh. If at all you have to build a studio there, allow me to complete. If at all you have to build a studio or a film city there, why in a already developed city like Noida, why not in cheaper areas in the central Uttar Pradesh, where the land is cheaper, where you are able to provide much more economic growth around it. And coming to Sanju Verma, the figure that she is given is completely fake.
The Shiv Sena, okay, Mr. Chaudhary, you made your point. Sanju Verma, the Shiv Sena, yes ma'am, the Shiv Sena has made the point that the Noida film industry, there's a film city in Noida. How many films are made at the film city in Noida? And the point being that you set up a film city, but nobody from Bollywood will show up to make films there. It will be a dead loss as far as investment is concerned. Sanju Verma.
You know, Gaurav, I just want to tell people that when Yogi Adityanath in January 2019 said we will have a huge Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj and we will generate lakhs of crores worth of investments, people laughed and mocked at him. He spent just 4,300 crores. More than 12 crore people attended the Kumbh and Mahakumbh. And do you know what? This is not a number being given by me. The Confederation of Indian Industry says Yogi Adityanath generated more than 10 lakh jobs directly and indirectly, and more than 1.2 lakh crore of investments. So let us first acknowledge Yogi Adityanath has had a brilliant track record. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. When he took over as Chief Minister from an incompetent Akhilesh Yadav, Uttar Pradesh had just one international airport. Today we have 3 international airports, one in Kushinagar, one the Lal Bahadur Shastri International Airport, and one at Lucknow. There are 6 domestic airports, including at Ghaziabad,
the film city in Noida, how many films
when you speak of economic development, why don't you speak about, do you have the figures of the brass industry of Moradabad? Do you have the economic figures of leather industry from Kanpur? You are only giving fake figures on national television right now.
Yogi Adityanath will build the Noida film city in record time. Again, this man is uttering gibberish. Yogi Adityanath has said for films made in Bhojpuri,
this woman has no knowledge about films. She has no knowledge. She thinks a film city can come up just by a piece of land and providing 2-3 buildings there. Films are not made by providing a piece of land. This woman needs to understand that. It is a creative job.
Let's please keep this civil.
For hell's sake, please realize this is a creative job. And none of sitting in the government has the ability
let us wait and watch.
Needs to shut up.
Well, let us wait and watch, ladies and gentlemen. We'll keep this civil. Many thanks for joining me. That is all I have time for. No room for another explosion. My apologies to all our guests. I insist we keep this civil.